Welcome to the On the House Picks YouTube channel, your source for free all sports betting picks. Hello everybody, welcome back to On the House Picks. We are breaking down MLB action for this Tuesday, August 17th. Not really our day yesterday, went 1-2. That Yankees game on the run line, if you watch that game, you're probably halfway bald now, just like I am, pulling your hair out. That was probably one of the worst beats of the year, but that is baseball. It was a good reminder of why it's a good idea not to unload on single baseball games, because anything can happen on any day. We've had a solid run here, solid month so far, so those things do happen. We are on to today, though. Really nice slate, lots of opportunity on this slate. I got 4 picks for you today. We're going to start off with the Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati on the money line here looks great. Cincinnati opened -180, about -160 now. There were some openers at -130 here for Cincinnati, but those quickly got hit. Down to -160 now. Vladimir Gutierrez up on the hill for Cincinnati. He's been pretty solid this year. He has an 8-3 record, 3.95 ERA. Been really good in his last 3 outings, only allowing 3 runs over those last 3 outings. Hendricks on the other side of this for the Cubs also had a good season so far with a 4.15 ERA, but he is coming off a pretty brutal start against the Brewers, where he only went 4 innings and allowed 11 hits, 9 earned runs, and things are not going to get a whole lot easier against the Cincinnati Reds batting lineup. This is a spot to probably get on earlier rather than later, because 77% of the money is on the Reds. Do expect the money to keep flowing on Cincinnati here. But at -160, -150 right now, that is a good enough price to take Cincinnati against the Cubs at home. Second pick of the day, we're going to go to the Los Angeles Angels and Detroit game at the bottom of your screen. I like the Angels as a small road underdog here. And a lot of that, it's probably a weird situation, because a lot of you guys know that I like the 2 young pitchers from Detroit, Casey Mize and Tariq Skubal, and I'm usually on them. But this is a really good price on the Angels here. Casey Mize, obviously great season, but he has not been great lately, allowing 7 earned runs in his last 2 outings. And his numbers in this specific matchup are pretty brutal, as he has allowed the Angels to hit 538 off him over a small sample size. Obviously a small sample size, but when you dig into some of these individual matchups, they don't look good for Mize in this spot. Obviously we're getting a good price on the Angels because Dylan Bundy is going on the hill for the Angels. Bundy, not a good year at all in 2021. Enters this contest with a 2-9 record, a 6.17 ERA. But for me, there are some signs that he's turning things around. He's only given up 6 runs in his last 3 outings. And in this specific matchup against the Detroit Tigers, and it is a little bit of a bigger sample size than Mize, he is only giving up a 184 batting average to the Tigers. The Tigers have had a way better season than most people think or thought in the preseason, but I do expect some pullback here. The Angels, as a small underdog, are in a pretty good spot here on Tuesday. Third pick of the day, we got to scroll down a bit. Baltimore up against Tampa Bay. This was an interesting one. I mean, Baltimore has been awful. 12 straight losses now. I wouldn't blame you to go to Tampa Bay on the run line, but I do prefer the under. I like the under 8.5. I think this total is a little bit too high. Means has basically been the only Orioles starter that has been remotely trustworthy, and I think he's going to be able to bounce back here off of a rough outing last time. He's shown some seriously good stuff this year, and I think that last game was a little bit of an aberration. Rasmussen goes to the hill for the Rays. He's likely not going to go deep, but that's not so much of a concern when you have the second best bullpen in the entire league and you're facing off against the Orioles. I do like the under 8.5. That is going to be our third pick of the day. Fourth pick of the day, we've got to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Toronto up against Washington. Toronto opened up -155 in this spot for some reason. That was a weird opener, but they've been bet into about -200. I think over 80% of the money is on Toronto, and it should be. Alek Manoah goes to the hill for Toronto. He's looked absolutely fantastic this year, an absolute strikeout machine. Eric Fed on the other side of this game has a 5.12 ERA this year. He's given up 10 runs in his last 3 starts, spanning 14.2 innings. Not looking good for Washington in this one, and they've been surprisingly disappointing this year. There was a lot of hype about them in the preseason. The one good offense that Fed has faced in his last 3 were the Braves, and they put up 5 runs on 8 hits, over 4.2 innings of work. And I think Toronto can do something similar here. They're a big favorite. I'm going to take them on the run line. Wouldn't surprise me if that number keeps going lower. So your 4 picks for this Tuesday, August 17th. Cincinnati on the money line, LA Angels on the money line, Orioles Rays under the 8.5, and Toronto on the run line. Best of luck with all your picks this Tuesday. Hey guys, if you want to help us out, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We'd love to hear from you down in the comments if you're Taylor or Faden. Best of luck. We'll see you in the next one.